Hello, I'm Mark Turner, the worship coordinator here at Mountain View Lutheran Church. I wanted to take just a minute and discuss a few safety practices we're installing as we start to open the sanctuary for in-person worship opportunities. The reason for these measures is to make your time at church as safe and enjoyable as possible. Our new measures for safety start as you arrive in the parking lot. Please follow the social distancing spacing between family groups by following the distance markers on the ground. In general, you can see that we have concrete blocks or concrete slabs. These are much larger than 6 feet. I'm guessing they're probably more like 9 feet or 10 feet. We'll probably have some variation of some tape on here, but in general, you should look at the concrete to stand and notice where you can safely have conversations while still wearing a mask and being in close proximity. This is outdoors, so you wouldn't have to wear the mask at that time, but we would recommend outside as well. We really have 4 levels of service now for your worship. Level 1 worship is what you've been doing from home using the internet, and we really appreciate that. Level 2 is going to be sort of you arrive in the parking lot, and if you don't feel safe getting out, you're welcome to use the extended Wi-Fi that we've pushed out into the parking lot to, again, watch the video feed that we've been sharing through YouTube. This would keep you in your car and others in their car if they're out here worshiping. The true advantage of this would be you get to see the church and you get to see people as they come in and out of the service if they are going in. The third level of service is the FLC. We will have a recorded service. The Saturday night service will be recorded, and we will project that onto the screens during the Sunday time frames, so that if you want to have a church service where there is no one speaking live in front of you, this is where you would like to go. And we'll have seats in there that we will put out and clean, and they will be spaced out as well. And then the fourth level of service is the worship in the sanctuary. This will be the live in-person service. So I hope you see that there are many opportunities for you to worship with us. We at Mountain View Lutheran Church are following and exceeding the CDC and Arizona guidelines for reopening, which require a mask or some other face covering that pulls up and always covers your nose and mouth to be worn at our facilities. We are also trying to maintain the 6-foot social distancing at all opportunities. Let me go ahead and show you a couple of these masks that are acceptable. Obviously, you've heard a lot about these N95 masks, but jokingly, I do have some masks that I wear inside mines that could be worn. If you had some of these at home, you would look funny here, but you could wear them. This is a store-bought model that my daughter picked up for me. This is also one that she made for me, just from cloth. Those are all acceptable, as would be a bandana that, tied around, again, covering your nose and mouth. And then some of you probably are snow skiers and have seen these types of gaiters, neck gaiters, anything, again, that you pull up and over your mouth and nose. A lot of people like that because it's easy, quick up and down. You also are welcome to wear gloves on our facility. It's a great way to stop the spread of contamination along with the mask, but you are not required to wear gloves on campus. So with cleanliness and personal hygiene in mind, we ask that you arrive in clean clothes, and that as you enter the campus, the church campus area, the courtyard area, that you go ahead and put on your face mask, your covering. If it's a pull-up kind or over-the-ear kind, go ahead and do that and secure that in place. As we mentioned, gloves are optional, but know that as we are cleaning the sanctuary in between services, the use of others with gloves on to stop the spread of contaminations is highly recommended. So please wear them if you would feel comfortable. So Cafe Sol and the Education Building will remain closed during church services, and the nursery will also be closed. The bathrooms in the sanctuary and the Family Life Center will remain open, but they're for emergencies only. And please note, we're going to have hand sanitizers and cleansing stations throughout, as we always have. The doors will be open when you come in, and as I noted, we do have different products here that hand sanitizers and cleaning wipes and sprays, and we will have gloves for you if you would like to wear those as well. Please bring your own masks, as we've already mentioned. As you enter the narthex, the doors will be open, and as usual, we'll have ushers standing in the back. Typically, those ushers would be handing out bulletins, but we're going to be doing everything up on the screen now, or for the foreseeable future. And with that said, we don't need to hand out paper bulletins. But we do want to regulate where you can sit, and so depending on the size of your group, we're going to have to make sure that we're putting it in here in the sufficient spacing. So the ushers, please wait back here and let the ushers determine the size of your group, and we'll walk down here and find an area for you. On Sundays, we'll have this areas roped off, and the roped off pews will not be allowed to be someone sitting in them. The pews that have the plastic wrap on them will be the pews that we're allowed to use. And I said I don't have the ropes up now, but we'll have ropes covering the seats that are not available. And the plastic, it's not too sticky, too nasty sounding. It's really to help us with cleaning in between services. It gives us an opportunity to spray this down and wipe it down as opposed to the cloth. So it's really for us to help clean at the end. So music will be sung by the band using microphones, and I think we'll be putting up some plexiglass as well. We'll also have these rows, or at least that side of the rows, roped off so that we can't have anybody sitting that close to the band. You'll see them over there. They'll be spaced out, or if they're family members, they'll probably be standing side by side. Looking forward to having the music and for them to sing, but also if we want to sing, we'll be wearing masks so we're allowed to sing as well. During the initial services, we will not be having communion, but within a few weeks, we plan on having communion with individually wrapped sacraments. Distribution of the elements will be done by picking up your kit as you enter the sanctuary from the sanitized tables. Since we're limiting contact, we'll also not be having a formal offertory or passing of the plates. We request that you either place your tithing in the offering container in the sanctuary located in the post pillars or near the exit doors. We'll also have 2 plates out in the back of the narthex. And after that benediction and sending song, we request that you wait in your pews while the ushers release the pews row by row. And we need to do that to maintain our social distancing spacing as we exit. We thank you for worshiping with us. And as life permits, we hope that you can join us here in person someday soon. Until then, stay safe. I miss everyone. Talk to you soon.